You guys walk towards the pyramid again after slaying that one mage that was running recklessly through the woods.
I'll point out the ogre. I'll look at Raphael. Took him down with ease.
You're full of luck, my friend.
I know. It just pours straight through me.
Down goes, I bet you there's a lot of luck in the bottom of this temple here.
Yep.
Because I can almost smell it pushing the doors open like a little bit. Off in the distance, you can hear Poon blasting off shots toward the woods. He's hitting this pale figure. As Poon looks back over towards the entrance and kind of shrugs his shoulders towards you guys. You see Doom behind you making his way up. Down holds the door open. You see the hole, the ladder going down. You hear like a lot of moving around and scurrying in the bottom.
I'll just peek over and use my keen elven eyes and ears, see what I can see and hear what I can hear.
You look downward as you can see one of the humanoids makes his way towards a ladder and kind of like bumps into it, walking away. As you hear a couple more kind of like moving around down there. On your shoulder, you hear Doom goes, I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit down that hole. You see Down goes, that's alright, buddy. You can watch the door. I think we may be okay.
Yeah, we need somebody back here anyway.
He's alright. As he starts walking towards the entrance. Talmar, he goes, I'm going to stay towards the front with Doom. There's a couple other stragglers out of the woods.
You know what? Forget about it. This is probably not a good idea, but I'm going to put on that robe.
And you start kind of putting your arm through it. You know when you try to push like two magnets together, how it kind of repels itself? You feel that as you put your hand through the robe, as you feel your hand kind of burst out of it. As you hear Raphine kind of chuckling a little bit. My friend Tanauk, I don't think the robe accepts you. Accepts you at all. See, Poon kind of gives like a smile.
Oh, but no, it'll accept me.
Alright, you start kind of forcing, you start kind of getting forcing.
On.
As
putting you on.
You see Poon goes to Tanauk, I don't think it does accept you. You see, Aza starts giggling. She goes, not everyone accepts you, Tanauk.
But do you guys accept me?
You see, Drina goes, we all accept you. Now, just get down this hole.
Wait, you hear that, robe? Alright, I'll throw the thing back in my backbone.
Alright, you see Aza hands you another dagger. And she goes, here. And she just throw it at whatever you can find.
Oh, yeah, thanks. I'll start crawling down the hole.
You make your way down towards the bottom. And you can see there's another type of tunnel as you go to touch the ground. As you see Down goes, can you see anything down there? Three of these things kind of turn their vision from the tunnel towards you.
Yeah, they're looking at me. Come down the ladder quickly.
You saw all three of them start kind of pushing down the hallway. As Aza makes her way down, she pulls out her short sword. As these three start like booking it towards you guys. And you're making your attack.
12.
You hit.
I hit him with an 8.
You hit him dead center in the chest. His eyes kind of roll in the back of his head as he jolts forward towards you. As you hear Aza gets in combat with the other one also. As you hear her slashing going on as you're paying attention to the guy in front of you. He then charges you, swings towards you as you move to the side, move out of the way, and you swing back towards him.
11.
Yep.
11.
Alright, you hit him right towards the same spot again. You open up his rib cage. You kick his body off the end of your sword as his body hits the ground. You see a third one comes jolting through. Oh my God.
Yep.
Alright, this one comes jumping down the hallway towards you and gets a jump on you. You actually get startled and kind of freaked out because they are not the most pleasant creatures. As you swing your sword backwards with so much might, you clinch like behind you. You hear your blade smash into the back of the wall, fixated in the wall like you can't quite get it out. As you see the beast comes and gets a nice attack on you. You see the beast comes flailing towards you as his head goes right towards the butt end of your blade. As you move it to the side, you grab the back of his head and you smash his head on the handle of your blade. You hear the fragile part of his skull smashes into the butt of the sword, blasts through the back of his head. As you see his whole body's hanging on your sword. Just use the blade.
Yo, I meant to do that.
Ooh.
Pull it out of the wall.
You grab it, you're as you hear it kind of chip right out. As you look over towards your blade, you actually do see about 3 little chips on the top.
Just gotta get it sharp.
You see the hallway that goes downward. You see lights. As you're gonna hear like a small skirmish kind of going on upstairs too. As you hear them kind of fighting again. As Down hits the ground, and you see Drina and scurries down. 2 more creatures kind of start fumbling down towards the end of the hallway.
These things are so weird. They just look like pale old men with facial hair.
Down's next to you as you guys both start slowly moving forward. They actually smell quite a bit. I don't know if it's soulless, but I don't know. They're not quite dead, but they're very seems like they were created almost. You see Down gets in combat with the other one, and this one swings towards you.
18.
Looks like this one has a real big, like, knotted club that actually has metal fixtures going around it.
Of course. The
This is the one
that hits me as a weapon.
Yeah, as you get deeper, it seems like these guys are a little more talented. Alright, as you feel the club smack you on the top of the shoulder, as you start drawing your sword back. Ah! You swing as you completely miss the one in front of you. Creature then swings back towards you.
Yes. Gotcha. Alright, I rolled a 6.
Alright, as you slide the blade through the creature's hand, as you see the bottom of his hand just kind of slops off. He then takes his club and swings it wildly at you. You block it with your blade.
I sure do.
Oh!
I've rolled a 1, I sure do.
Alright, as you swing out of anger, you just get completely, like, mad. Roll d20 again. Okay, now roll damage.
I rolled 11.
As it wildly misses the creature in front of you. Hits the top left leg of Down as you hear him go, ah! As he takes a shot. As you see, he kind of goes down to his knees. He's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, Dad, trying to kill me, Dad, trying to kill me. As you see, Asa goes and pulls him by his hair and pulls him backwards. As she jumps in front and starts attacking the guy. As your eyes are wide, as Asa goes, just keep going forward, Tag. Just keep going forward. As you're like, as you hear Draenei goes, he'll live. He's just being a baby. As he goes, he hit me. It hurts. You're like, oh god, I got him pretty good. Yep, yeah.
14 got him.
Whew.
Yes, 12.
Whew. You slash as you take it to his throat, it kind of falls and crumbles apart in front of you. Asa is on top of the one on the ground. He's stabbing her short sword in his chest. She kind of gets up to one knee. She starts looking up forward as you turn your attention up forward also. You can see a room that has a real bright glow to it around the corner.
Start making our way over that one.
Alright, you can kind of hear some commotion. You hear breathing of 2 different figures.
Watch this. I'll grab my dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Right where those figures are, I'm just gonna...
You don't see the figures, you know they're around the corner.
I know.
Oh.
I'm just gonna throw it. Right over there.
But then you, because it's around the corner, you can actually stick your hand around the corner and throw it. If you want to do that, it's a careless throw.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw it.
So you have no visual close.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Right.
Alright, you zip your hand around the corner and just for the glory.
A 20!
What you're rolling is insane!
I'm like one or the other.
Oh my. Hot
You ready?
Freaking cold.
Alright, so he got, it's a 11.
You have to roll another 20 now too.
Oh yeah,
Because you're putting on the pain. I would roll the same 20.
16.
Holy cow. Put your hand around the corner and you throw it. You know that time where you hit a perfect shot and so you know it's going to hit true? Well, you had that feeling go right through your body. So all the hairs stick up in the back of your neck. You hear as you heard glass go kind of shatter. As your Ace looks over, she goes, what did you do? You see her eyes go wide. As you hear and kind of hit the ground. As you see Asa thing, 2 hands on the short sword. As she's holding it out in front of her, she starts coming around the corner. You see her eyes like roll wide. As you're holding your sword very tightly. You go look around the corner. As you see, there's 2 figures that are up against the wall. They're all dressed in kind of like a black cloth. This glass mask on their face. There's one female to the right and there's one male to the left. Your dagger sticking out of the side of his throat, and it chipped through the whole side of his mask. There's glass all over the ground, and he's on his knees right now holding the dagger inside of his throat. As you see the female is floating off the ground like a little bit. You see her eyes real wide as she looks over towards you. You see a small pedestal with an orb. It's like a ball of light slowly spinning. Her eyes are really wide looking towards you. One on the ground on his knees holding his dagger. You see he stands up as he kind of stares towards you.
You guys have a choice right now. Surrender, or we're just going to continue going through this pyramid until we reach the end. You are surrounded.
as you're talking, her feet slowly touch the ground, kind of like gently. You see she's still like staring at it with her eyes roll like wide open. You see her head kind of turns as she looks down towards her comrade on the ground. He stands up again. Then he falls down to his other knee again as he holds it. As your blood comes out of his mask. You see he still holds it in his throat.
Do you want him to make it?
Behind you, another like emits from the rock wall. Like a glowing circle kind of start evolving. A bright like blue light. And it goes.
I'm gonna run at her. I'm gonna just run
spinning.
towards her.
As you look over towards the Castor, you start running towards her. You see her head looks up really fast. Fist shoots out in front of her. You roll spell protection. You have to roll within 20%. All right,
I'm done.
You're done. Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel your body lift up. You're floating like she was. As you feel yourself shoot right back down the hallway pretty quickly. As you see Draina starts running full force down towards you guys. You see her eyes open wide. As you look at you, so you're shooting right towards her really fast. You see she puts her whole body up against the wall. As you fling down the hallway, you see Dallin kind of getting up, goes, "I'm fine." As you smash right into him, it looks like you hear his sword fumble on the ground as he goes, "I'm done. I'm done." As you fall and hit the ground, you hear Asa starting to swing. You hear her like going off in the room. Draina looks over towards you, her eyes are wide. You see she starts looking down the end of the hallway. It joins her. You start getting up to your feet. As you're like, "Sorry, Dallin." You see in the right hand side, you see that bright blue light coming up. You see a figure starts coming up. Horns coming up on top of her head. Long white hair. Pale white complexion with black lips. As she stops, as she looks up, as her eyes open wide. And she goes, "No, no." You're kind of freaked out by her reaction. She starts backing up. "We are only here to protect. This is not your room. This is not your temple. The master is going to be very, very displeased." She starts backing up towards the wall. The one girl with the glass mask. She looks over towards you. She starts holding up her hand very slowly. Around her fist, glass starts to form into a long sword as her arm. As you see, she's staring at you. Draina starts running towards her. As Draina goes, her glass sword parries the attack, and she swings towards Draina and goes and knocks Draina to the ground. As you see, the other horned creature girl slowly starts entering back into the wall.
I'm gonna jump through.
I'm gonna jump through.
I'm gonna jump.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna jump through.
Alrighty.
What do I need to do?
You see the hole starting to slowly close. As you see Asa going, "Tanauk, what are you doing?" As you start running towards it. As you see she's attacking the girl. As you start running, you see it's starting to slowly close. You need to roll a magic protection check within a 20%.
Oh, I missed.
Hand hits the front of it. You see through the port, but your hand can't go through it. As you can see the girl like looking at you. Her head's kind of cocking sideways in a way. Behind her, looks at all these like black stone rocks and walls. So wherever she came from is a really like weird looking like dark like cave or something. And she's like looking at you. You see she's backing away, kind of scared, like looking. You know, as you see the port kind of slowly kind of goes away. As you hear Draina hit the floor. As you hear two things smash into the wall. As you hear the glass mask breaks into 100 like pieces. As you see the girl's like human face kind of like roll wide. You see the side of a nice slice goes past her mouth. It looks like a red blade sticks into the wall. As you see through the center of her chest, you see a blast opens up as another sword zips right through her chest and sticks into the wall. As you see she hits the ground and falls. As you see she starts fumbling around going, and she starts like breathing heavily. As you see Raphine like jumps in the room. You see both his blades went through her pretty much. As he jumps into the room, you see he's looking around. He goes, "What is going on?" As he starts helping out Draina. "We have a big problem. We need to get out of here quick and get to the boat." He goes, "This is a holding ground for a great wizard, and we're kind of push our limits with it right now. I know this man. I fought him once. We weren't on really good terms. And I believe his boat might have came up onto the north shore. We need to get back on the boat and go to Clearwater." You see he looks over towards the wall. It's his way up towards it. "This seems like a portal is open here. Was it a female with long white hair?"
Yeah, she was non-confrontational.
And he has his head down as he goes, "All right, let's go. One on the ground, the girl, you see she's like looking around. She goes, "Who are you guys? What's going on?" As you see Draina goes up towards her, "Do you know where you are?" And you see the girl goes, I don't know. I don't know. I was in a town, and I had basket of bread in my hands, and she goes, "I don't remember much past that." As you see she starts holding her chest. Down goes, "What is this?" As you see he picks up the glowing orb that's on the pedestal. You see Raphine is about to run down the hallway. You see he starts looking back. He goes, "Oh, my gods." He goes, "I've only seen one." Oh. He goes, cover that. That's what Castor is holding here. It's worth a fortune. He goes, let's go. He starts laughing. He goes, he'd be so pissed. Draina, she goes, I don't know how much he's gonna make. I don't know how.
Well,
what
it's
else
okay.
to do.
I got her. You guys go.
You carry her. As you make your way towards the stairs, as you see Down goes up first. As you see, he lays down and helps you bring her up. You hear like a lot of commotion kind of going on up front. Down starts limping off in front of you towards the entrance. As everyone looks back towards you, let's start getting out of here. You guys start making your way through the woods. Off in the woods, you hear sounds like a dog or something. Raffine looks over towards you and goes, oh. Tanauk, you might want to pick it up a little bit. Dune stops and starts coming back towards you. As he goes, here, I'll take her.
Let's do it together.
Dune grabs her by the hands as he starts running almost like to a full speed with her as you start running too. You look off behind you. You see it looks like a hound starts jolting out of the woods. It's a white hound coming towards you guys. It's got like a hellish green eyes. It gives a real loud like bark. It still keeps running. Raffine turns around. He holds both his palms together as he lifts up his hands. His whole body jolts backwards real quick as the blue spell shoots off. See, it hits the front of the dog. You see the dog flips over backwards. It hits the ground. It looks like it's almost dead, but it starts kind of getting up again. And he goes, run. You guys still keep running. You guys make your way to the shoreline. You guys start running through the sand. Towards the ocean, you can see your two dinghies. Through the woods, you can actually hear breaking of branches of the trees blasting off in the air, coming closer and closer towards you. See trees going off in the air, crazy. You jump in the first one, Down goes, Doom, get in this one. You and Tanauk can't be in the same dinghy or it sinks. As you see Doom gets up and goes, I don't know. As he gets up and starts running over towards the other dinghy. As he leaves you with the wounded girl. Draina gets into your dinghy also, and Poon does. You hear blasting as in the sand starts making a funnel, blasts up. See a guy starting to stand there as your dinghies are starting to kind of push off. See Raffine takes off his helmet. And you see he's kind of standing up and holds up his hand. From the shoreline, you see this one figure that stands there. You see he's got like white, pale skin. He's got bright, like red eyes that almost emit smoke. As he's got black, short hair that goes back. As you see, both his hands are standing up. As you see, like a bright red flame coming from each of his hands. Blackish, like armor.
You know that guy?
Yeah. He's known as Castor. He's actually a good guy, but he doesn't do the right things all the time. He's kind of a loose cannon. Raffine waves. Why he's not blowing up our dinghies right now, I don't know. I don't think he knows what we did. So I think we got away just at the correct time.
Are you sure?
Because, but we need to unanchor that boat quickly.
You know he's going to be coming after you. He's going to be hunting you down now he knows you did it.
He goes, he's going to have to stand in line because I have a waiting list. He starts laughing as he starts to kind of sit down. You see a Castor jumps up in the air. Looks like he bursts forward. His image just bursting through the trees. He goes, he's very powerful. Right now, he's going to look to see what we did. That female that came through that port with the white hair, was she harmed? As he looks towards you.
No.
Oh, okay.
I held back. She just was non-confrontational. She just said that he's not going to be pleased.
Yeah, she wasn't quite lying to you.
You know her too.
Yeah, we go back. We go back quite a ways.
Did you kiss her?
Let's get to the boat. Trainer goes, ooh. She goes, I think Raffine might have a crush.
All consequences will be reaped.